We're back for Shop Talk at Castlemaine Rod Shop, and today we're talking the iconic Ford 9-inch diff.
One of the larger items the Rod Shop carry. As you can see, massive. A lot of options with this item though. We've got brake sizes, we've got stud pattern, we've got ratio, we've got widths. The Rod Shop guys here can pretty much build you a 9-inch for whatever make and model you choose.
Online, could be drum, could be disc, could be different ratios, could be, different yoke size. Fill that sheet out and you can tailor it to their needs.
Correct. We've got drum brakes, we've got disc brakes. Like I said before, the ratios, the boys on the phones will help you out. So if you're running an auto transmission or a manual transmission, is it a highway use car, is it around the streets, is it a drag car, our sales team will help you out.
And you've obviously got some limited slip, you've got true track, or you've got full spool.
So now we drop the LSD, that's too old school, we've gone true track. True track is awesome, it's gear driven, there's no clutches, there's no more shimming the diffs up, so true track all the way, or if you want to get crazy, go down the strip or do burnouts, go the full spool.
And you've obviously got all the jigs here, so I want it done for an XW.
Certainly.
Ford, you've got the jig here for the mounts, for the leaf springs. I order online, ship it out to my place, it'll bolt straight in.
Certainly will. So when you ring up, like I stated before, the guys will tell you the minimum width. You can't get this diff that's 2 foot wide. You're going to need a tub car. So then the guys will tell you the minimum width you can go. Choose your ratio, like Baz said. What brakes, you get it happening.
So we've seen the 9-inch diff in its complete form. This is it in part. So we've obviously got the housing without the axle tube, so obviously can be cut to length.
Certainly can. So it's a smooth back housing. So there's a lot of different type of housings out there. We chose the smooth back. When you slide under a car, pure smooth. Obviously we've got some tube here, very straightforward how we design our diff. It's got a machined end, so it's a machine service and a machine finish here. On it goes, fully blazed up. Pretty straightforward.
And thick wall tubing for those guys with a bit of power.
Massive, you know what I mean? We're not skimping out on this, you know what I mean? We've got our own cars, but we're running 1600 horsepower. Barra's used to 1000 horsepower. My brother's cars, 1500 horsepower. Exactly the same axles, exactly the same housing. It's proven.
The other thing is the axles, 31 spline axles. They're pretty much bulletproof.
Like I stated before, the power we're putting through these things, if your driveline set up right, you won't bust things. It's as simple as that. So these axles here, like you said, 31 spline, we get them in blank. So as I stated earlier on, you choose your stud pattern. We'll show you a bit later on drilling the stud pattern into them. So they are blank. You have got an access hole, so you can remove your brakes and so forth.
Speaking of studs, we've got the good stuff. ARP studs, they come with every kit.
Certainly do. So they're a 3-inch stud. Not everyone wants a 3-inch stud, but you can always shorten them. You have got that luxury there. So that turns up, you can go drag racing or you can have a street car. You actually have got the best brand stud on the market.
Obviously the brakes, it's a no-brainer. They're going to be brand new.
This is a wheel design, so it's an internal handbrake setup here. So it's like a drum, disc over drum. So as you pull the mechanism, which is here, with your handbrake cable, we also offer the handbrake cable as a wheeled handbrake cable. When you activate that, the drum explodes. So it just clamps on it, very straightforward. Internal springs, very similar to a late model Commodore. So you don't need, like some brands out, you've got to mount a secondary handbrake caliper. Why do that if you could have this setup? The
bearings have caught my eye. They're a double O-ring bearing.
They are.
We all know about axle seals in 9-inch diffs. They're a pain.
They leak, simple as that. If you put the axle in incorrectly, you pinch the seal, pressurises, oil comes out, starts leaking. With this here, you've actually got 2 chances. So oil has actually got to process over the 2 seals.
So we've got a bearing carrier too, obviously all machined as well.
Billet end. So back to our theory before with the tube, this is in reverse to the housing. So this actually slides over the top of it like that. So it's actually going inside the end, fully TIG welded.
Now that's on the outside. The centre is the main guts of the diff. And it's a beefy bit of gear.
So full aluminium, not nodular, them days are gone. We're at the 1350 yoke, so massive. So like I said before, keep going back to the power. If we're putting 1600 horsepower through this setup, should be good for a street car, guys. We spin it around. We spoke about the true track before. The LSD days are gone. Clutches, like kind of stuff. It's gear driven, so I'll slowly rotate it around for you. As you can see, it's a good bit of gear.
You have gear ratios what you want, but you see the size of the bearing housings. They're massive, very strong.
Yeah, it might be a bit of an overkill, but you know what you've got there. You don't know what engine combo you're going to go down the track. Here it is, proof's in the pudding.
Well, it's one thing you do is you bulletproof your diff. That's one thing you'll do because you don't want to spend money twice. Do it once, do it right. Well, we've seen it in complete form and we've seen it in pieces. The cool thing is it gets made out the back. So we're going to go have a look. Let's go. Well, this is where the 9-inch Diffs gets made, and you should see some of the welding these guys do. When he finishes, we'll go and have a look. Perfect. So from the bench to in the car, this car's putting out a bit of steam, the old HJ, and it handles this no problem.
Yeah, we dynoed it in the engine at 430 at the rear wheels, and yeah, it's got our 9-inch at the rear.
And what sort of gears and all that sort of stuff's in this?
We run a true track. Everything we run is the true track for the street guys. We offer the full spool, same price. If you want to go do a few burnouts and a bit of drag, the full spool is available.
What's the price point as a total on this?
Factory suspension, all our diffs at 4,500.
If you want to order one, get online, fill out the sheet. The boys will get one out to you quick smart. Go to rodshop.com.au and they'll get it out to you very quick.